meeting at the top of the mat with feet about hip width apart, maybe a little bit closer, hands to heart center or release down by your sides. Taking a moment here in Tadasana, in our mountain pose, to relax, to center, to shift our mindset from whatever we were doing to now we're practicing yoga asana. And connect with the breath here, in and out through the nose. Just feeling the breath in your body. Breathing into your whole body. So you feel sensation in your fingertips, your toes, your eyes soften, your jaw unclenches, your tongue relaxes from the roof of the mouth. As we connect with the breath, we simultaneously become aware of the body, right? This little scan from head to toe, toe to head, checking in, becoming aware of the different sensations in the body, where we might be holding tension, or we notice our posture, we can lengthen up a little more, feel length in the spine, a little lift out from the hips, yet grounded through the feet. And we notice the bottoms of the feet, 4 points or 3. See which one you like better. Okay, I'll explain where they are. 4 points, 1 below the big toe. So if you lift your toes, you can make this connection. Lift the toes, don't come up on your toes, but lift your toes. I can move this big weight out of the way. Lift the toes. And then you can feel 1 below the big toe, 1 below the little toe, 1 on either side of the heel. That's the 4 points. Or 1 below the big toe, 1 below the little toe, 1 at the center of the heel. Either way, foundation for standing. We can begin to feel the strength in our legs. No forcing, but you might feel the knees lift, the legs engage. So this is the core, right? From the soles of the feet, we draw up. We draw up to the actual core, which is deep to the abdomen, the spine, the psoas, but you feel from here all the way around this whole band of abdomen. So pelvis, lower abdomen, middle abdomen, even to upper abdomen, side body, low back, even low back to the middle back, right? That's all the core. This is where we come from in a lot of the postures, where we expand from, where we contract back into. But this is our foundation, right? This is where so much of the healing that happens in yoga occurs, from this place. But when we're standing, it's connected to the soles of the feet. So that way we can feel the channels of the body, the energetic channels of the body aligning, maybe untying a little bit. We feel a little release. The energy flows better. The breath moves easier. Eventually, the aches and the pains integrate, some subside, but we're able to be with ourselves holistically, right? Instead of bits and pieces, this here, that there, I feel this, da 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 da. You kind of, that happens simultaneously, but at the same time, we're a whole entire body, whole entire system that all works together, okay? Everything works together. Tensegrity. When one thing moves, it's affecting. If I move my arm, it's also right arm, left hip, left foot, the whole body. There's something happening in the whole body with every single movement. So mountain pose is a beautiful place for our standing postures, because we can connect. We can have that connection with our body, with our breath. We can take a moment to just be, to come into our body, to come into the space that we're in, and be present. And then we'll just breathe. Let's take it easy. So let's soften the knees a little. You can do a little bounce in the knees and notice where your pelvis is. Make sure your butt's not sticking way back behind you, or it's not tilted far forward. It's just lengthening up. So you connect with the natural curves of the spine. And all this is a practice. It happens over time. So you might exaggerate the movement, right, with the back. Tilt the pelvis forward, arch the back, tilt until you find neutral. You might move your hips from side to side. Neutral and then lengthen, right? So that way you feel like you're kind of floating there, but you feel strong. And we're going to move the arms. Let's inhale. So shoulders stay down away from the ears, but not forced, just naturally. So maybe even roll the shoulders a few times. Roll the shoulders. Good. And then we'll inhale, reach the arms out and up, palms face. Maybe they even touch at the top. See what's happening up here. If the shoulders are lifting a little bit, just let it be for now. That's okay. And on the exhale, release the arms out and down. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, out and down. Turn the palms down. So we're not forcing the shoulders down away from the ears. We say that a lot as yoga teachers, but let's let go of any forcing, okay? And we'll come into the natural flexibility over time, whatever that means. It's usually not one class. Over time, we'll find a little more flexibility from one practice. But let's just honor where we are and not force anything. Let it flow. We know life works the best when we actually go with the flow, right? Couple more breaths like this. Inhale. Activate the muscles of the shoulders. And exhale. Inhale. This time, let's exhale, hands through heart center. Heart center, very center of the chest, okay? The breastbone, the center, it aligns with the armpits. So a lot of people come up here for heart, but it's the center of the chest. So when you bring hands to heart center, your thumbs press right into the center of the chest, the tips of your thumbs. You can press it in there. And there's a little achy spot. Right? That's an acupuncture point. And I've always known it as the sea of compassion, or maybe even the seat of compassion. You can take your other fingertips too. Give it a little massage. It's usually a little achy. When you find that achiness, you know you found the spot. But you help to open up the lines of energy around the heart center. There's 108 lines that converge at the heart center from all over the place. Right? And that actually connects with the physical body, makes a connection with our brain and the neurological pathways. We can create new pathways, new ways of thinking and viewing the world and feeling by making this connection with the heart and from a place of compassion. If you've ever had an acupuncture session that you felt was successful, then you kind of know what I'm talking about, right? That feeling that you get when you're sitting there with the needles in your body. It's like this, you can feel the shift in your energy. You feel very light. You go through this whole journey when you lay there. So this is one of those points where you massage it and it helps to open. And when you touch the heart, you make that connection with the brain, the neurological pathways. So take a deep breath. Hands are at heart center. Chin parallel with the floor. So my teacher used to always say, imagine right at the center of your chest and right at the tippity top of your head, the crown of the head, that there's a string attached right under the skin, and it goes straight up, right? Just straight up from both places. So it lifts you and opens the heart. The shoulders naturally drop back slightly, right? We're not squeezing the shoulder blades together. We're not arching the back, but we just feel this gentle lift. The core slightly engages, but we're still able to breathe in and out through the nose. In and out through the nose. And relax. Good. Let's inhale, reach the arms out and up. Palms touch at the top here. Exhale, hands through heart center. We're bending the knees now as we slowly come into a fold, keeping the knees bent. Come all the way down into your fold. Relax your head. Let it hang. If this is uncomfortable in your body at all, in your low back, a lot of pressure in your face, come up here. Come halfway and breathe. That will help to alleviate a lot of that pressure. If you're okay here, either place, either up here or in the fold, knees are staying bent. We're breathing into the belly. On an inhale, look forward slightly without really wrinkling the back of your neck. Simultaneously, we're inhaling and rising up to standing. Big inhale. Arms lift out and up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Bend the knees. Come back to your fold. See how it feels to fold all the way down. If you feel any of that discomfort that I mentioned before, come up. That's okay. Those of you that are familiar with a halfway lift, you can inhale up to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold, looking forward slightly. Knees are bent. Inhale as you rise. That little look forward takes a lot of pressure off the low back. Exhale, hands through heart center. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms out and up. Lift the toes. Feel strength in the body, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hands through heart center, bend the knees, come into the fold, knees stay bent. Figure out where you want to be. Maybe you do your inhale to a halfway lift and you're staying here, and you might exhale, come back to your fold. When you're ready to rise, slight look forward as you inhale and rise up to standing. Arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then release your arms down by your sides. Close your eyes and just take a moment and notice how you feel. Scan the body again. Right? We have oxygenated the body. We've connected the heart, the mind, the brain. We've moved, we've brought a little flexibility into the body gently with awareness. These are all foundational. They are gentle and they are beginner, but they're foundational postures to yoga that really connect you with the true healing and awareness and meditative quality that yoga asana is. So it might seem simple, but when we skip this, we're really doing ourselves a disservice. So it's beautiful to come here, and you can do this, anytime. Obviously I'm going slow, but go slow. Take 10 minutes. Come into your mountain pose. Connect with your body. If you sit down a lot during the day, this is wonderful to stand, connect with your posture, take some deep breaths, do some folding. And then if you feel like you need to counter it, one more thing before we complete this little practice, you take your hands to your back, either with thumbs down or thumbs up. And we're going to gently press the hips forward. Keep the knees soft. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the chin, but think about lengthening the back of the neck. So we're not creasing the back of the neck and letting it drop. And then we can draw the shoulders back, lift the heart. So inhale. Good. On your exhale, keep the knees bent. Come back to that fold. Check in with the body. Slow movement. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Knees stay bent. Slight look forward as you inhale and rise to standing. Arms out and up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Releasing the arms down. Take them to your low back again. Bend the knees a little bit. Soften. Inhale. Lift the heart. Lengthen the back of the neck as you lift the chin. Good. Exhale. Folding. Knees stay bent. Drop in. Inhale. Halfway lift. So let's talk about the halfway lift. We have a nice long spine here. A slight forward gaze. But again, we're lengthening the back of the neck. Gently drawing the shoulders back. So we find a little length in the side body. And we exhale, drop back into the fold. Knees are bent still. Look forward slightly. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And a little last thing, if you want to complete that feeling of flexibility in the upper body, we can take the arms back up. Little side bend. So when you side bend, don't worry about going super far to each side. We're just gently flowing. Inhale and exhale. The pelvis stays neutral. You can stay soft in the knees. Inhale and exhale. In and out through the nose. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then switch. Let's inhale and exhale. We're just switching our breathing pattern. Inhale and exhale, because obviously we're moving the body, but we're also working the lungs, we're working the digestive system, we're continuing to move the energy, to purify the energy. And the cool thing about the forward folds that we do is we're letting go of stagnant energy as we purify mind, body, speech, which I can talk about in another video. But just know there's a purpose to every single thing you're doing in yoga, especially when you work through it a little more traditionally, because that's what has been tried and true. It's a method, okay? It's a method for holistic living, awareness, health. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that practice today. Let me know if you have any questions. Namaste.